ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. Today we are going to actually cover lesson 4, which is body number 2. So we've been going at a very slow pace. So far we have covered only 2 bodies, and we are going to continue at this pace at least for 2-3 more bodies in providing you with a lot of details, and then we'll pick up some pace after that. As you can recall, in the first body, we talked about it. This is about मन ਦੀ ਸਾਧਨਾ. ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਰਿਫਾਰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਚਿਆਰਾ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ. The first body, Guru Sahib raised that question at the end, ਕਿਵ ਸਚਿਆਰਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਏ. How can you become the house of God? How you can become truthful? ਤਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਆਨਸਰ ਵੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ. ਹੁਕਮ ਰਜਾਈ ਚੱਲਣਾ, ਨਾਨਕ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਨਾਲ. ਵੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੱਲਣਾ ਐਨ ਉਹਦੀ ਰਜ਼ਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿਣਾ, ਉਹਦੇ ਭਾਣੇ ਨੂੰ ਮੰਨਣਾ. Both conditions got to be met in order to become Satyara. In this body, we are continuing with the same thought process. The question ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਵੀ ਉਹਦਾ ਫਿਰ ਹੁਕਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਵੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ. What happens with this hukum? And this body is going to talk about that. So we are going to actually begin with the body, and like I've been doing it, the first I'll actually start with the pronunciation of each of the word in that body. So how we should actually pronounce them? Hukmi hovan akar, hukm na keha jai, hukmi hovan ji, ਹੁਕਮ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਵਡਿਆਈ, ਹੁਕਮੀ ਉਤਮ ਨੀਚ, ਹੁਕਮ ਲਿਖ ਦੁੱਖ ਸੁਖ ਪਾਈਐ, ਇੱਕ ਨਾ ਹੁਕਮੀ ਬਖਸ਼ੀਸ਼, ਇੱਕ ਹੁਕਮੀ ਸਦਾ ਪਵਾਈਐ. ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ ਅੰਦਰ ਸਭ ਕੋ, ਬਾਹਰ ਹੁਕਮ ਨਾ ਕੋਏ, ਨਾਨਕ ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ ਜੇ ਬੁਝਾ ਤਾਂ ਹਉਮੈ ਕਹਿ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ. I have bolded the last 2 turks because that's the essence of this particular body. After explaining that everything happens in its hukum, in the last line, Guru Sahib Ji is saying that everybody is under his hukum. Let's go to the next one. Now, I want you to actually look at some of the words in here. For example, hukmi, this is a form of hukum. Hukum itself, which is right there. Then comes in hukum with mamenu siari. Then hukum with mamenu siari again. Then hukmi, hukmi, hukmai with the lama and without anchor, like the first one has anchor, and again with the lama. If you look at it, there are 5 different forms of hukum, the word hukum itself. As in the first 2 lessons, I pointed out that all these words hukum, the last letter is modified with a different lock. In case Tihari, anchored, Siari, without anything, or the lama, etc. Which means it is a case, it's a karak. So there's the preposition associated with that one. And we got to recognize that in order to interpret the meaning of those words. And that's where the significance of these laga comes in with the last letter of any word. If you look at the total Sri Guru Granth Sahib, there are 12 different forms how hukum is actually spelled in there. But you can see that in this body alone is done, 5 different ways. Okay, next one. Other thing is, whenever you are actually talking about a karak or case, there are 8 different forms of it. But how do you know which form is it? The only way you are going to find out it if you know in each of the tuk what is the verb in there. Then with the verb, you got to actually put in question. In whose hukum? ਜਾਂ कौन हुक्म करता है, की हुक्म कीता, किस तरह हुक्म कीता, किस वास्ते हुक्म कीता. These will create different form of the case. So you have to recognize the verb. So what I have done in this particular slide is I highlighted all the verbs in there. Hukmi hovan, hovan is the verb. Keha is the verb. Hovan is the verb in the second one. Mile is the verb. And then payah is a verb also. Pavayah is the verb. Then directly comes in buja kah. So these are all the verbs. Not only recognize the verbs that are important to find out the case, but as I pointed out before, we should be able to actually classify each of the word and know what it is. If it's a verb, or it's a noun, pronoun, adjective, proverb, etc., etc. Once you know that, then you should be able to actually interpret the tuk correctly. Okay. Next one. Before I go into a lot of detail on the tuk meaning, let me point out first one says hukmi, the word hukmi, word hovan, word akar, word hukum, na, teha, jai. What are those words? What are their classification? In this particular case, when we are going to actually look at it, hukmi itself is a noun, but it's a case. Hukum which, ja hukum ansar, in or by divine hukum, God's hukum. Hovan, ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੁੰਦੇ, ਜਾਂ ਬਣਦੇ ਹਨ ਜਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ. Become or come into being. Akar. Akar is typically spelled without kanna, but in this case, actually it's the choice of the poet in this particular case. Since all the Gurbani is in poetry, and this is the Ucharn, this was recited by Guru Nanak Dev Ji, so he chose to actually pronounce it as an akar. So akar da matlab the swaroop, shakla, just like my form, meri shakal kidan di hegi a, mera sharir kidan da hega. So form, shapes and body, that's our akar. Keha, keha da matlab katha, kathya. नहीं मैं लाता कथया ना जाई, नहीं जा सकता. So cannot be described or expressed. In other words, The hukum is so vast, God's hukum, because everything, the whole srishti, all of his creation is in his hukum. So how can you actually describe his hukum? Kalla kalla patta, each leaf on the tree is in his hukum. When it falls down, when it grows. So everything in the srishti is that one. So can you imagine, how vast would it be? If you want to actually describe it, there's no way you can actually completely describe that hukum. So Guru Sahib Ji is making it clear that the hukum jada clearly, completely cannot be described. Hukmi, okay, the Kehana Jai. Okay, we are going to actually cover the just first two. The second thing I want to point out in this one is Hukmi is a noun and it's a case. Huban is a verb and it's for plural. Huban, jad bhi nana na like with it becomes a plural. Akar, if it's a noun and it does not have a onkar with the last letter, it's a masculine word. And if it removed from that one, that becomes plural in that particular case. Plural, akar. जिन्ने भी जिन्नियां हैगे ना forms and shapes हैगियां, जिद्दां मेरी shape एक तरह दी हाथी दी different है, कीड़ी दी होर तरह दी आ, इद्दां जिन्नियां भी species हैगियां, सारियां दी आपो अपनी shape हैगी आ. But everything, all these akar included earth, sun, moon, and the jeeves, etc. Every akar, whatever God has created, ude hukum de vich hoya, it all happened in the hukum. Hukum na keha jai, but that hukum cannot be described. Hukum noun aa gaya, na negative unu bananda. Keha cannot be described. Jai da matlab bhi cannot be described. Jai jada word hai na, ede just like any English word or Punjabi word, it can have more than jai da matlab hunda, tha bhi hunda hai. In this case, actually it's not a noun, it's a verb. So, ede vich keha jai, katha hunda hai. It modifies, keha the noun. Okay, so the meaning, if you want to express it in English, it will be by God's hukum. All four forms come into being. But this hukum cannot be described. The second part I want to mention is, now hukmi. Why did I actually translate it into God or Vaheguru? Very simple reason. It does not say in there, actually it's God, they said hukmi. So what they are saying is, if everything is created in his hukum, the creation de vich jinne bhi akar hai gaya, unan kaun create kar reha hai? God. Everything comes from God himself. Everything is part of that supreme soul. And so this means we are talking about the possessor of that hukum, the issuer of that hukum, the giver of that hukum, okay, ਉਹਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਆ. So ਉਹਦੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਇਹ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ. Everything is happening in that. Next one. This is, they go to the next chart because that just hukmi. keha na jai hukmi ji. ਹੋਵਨ ਜੀ ਹੁਕਮ ਮਿਲੇ ਵਡਿਆਈ. ਓਕੇ, ਹੁਣ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਕਹਿ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਜੀ, ਪਹਿਲਾ ਹੁਕਮੀ, ਸੋ ਸੇਮ ਥਿੰਗ ਨਾਉਨ, ਐਂਡ it is talking about hukum ansar, in hukum or by divine hukum, hovan, bande han, come into being, G. Whenever you got a word geo. This doesn't work. The word geo is singular. If you want to make it plural, then you actually change it to ada. And the way you pronounce it is not Gia, G. Just actually prolong the sound of Bihari and you call it G, and that makes it plural. Oven, that's the verb goes with the G. So oven is also plural because Nana is at the end. So we are saying all beings come into being. All creatures come into being by his hukum. Hukum mile vadiyai, and hukum rahi. Now it's siyari, jahan hukum vich, jahan hukum de rahi. Ban gaya eda matlab ho gaya siyari lagi hai, isse case. Now you know they are saying hukum mila vadiyai. In other words, you achieve the respect with that. In other words, by God's hukum, all creatures come into being, and in accordance with divine hukum, glorification is received. Look at it. I said it, respect or glorification. You got to keep it as a noun. Vadiyai singular हैगा. So ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਚਾਹੇ ਇਸ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ or after death, you know, actually what's going to happen is to your soul, how you are going to be respected. That is going to be done by that, you know, actually through hukum. Hukum ਤੋਂ ਬਗੈਰ ਕੁਛ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ. Okay, next one. हुक्मी उत्तम नीच, उत्तम नीच लिख दुख, फिर उदू बाद किया हुक्मी लिख दुख सुख पाइया. Let me actually talk about the verb in this particular case before we move on. पाइया, पाइया जेड़ा word है it's a plural, present tense, but this is in past tense. No, I'm sorry, passive voice. Passive voice, not active voice. की पाई है? दुख सुख. दुख ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਖੱਖੇ ਦੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਔਂਕੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਾ, that makes it plural. ਸੁਖ, ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਸੁਖ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ. So all the dukh sukh we talk about in our life, they are received in his hukum. A lot of people get confused with this one. They think God is sitting there and he's personally giving you dukh. Or jo sukh aa gaya, so typically we claim, you know, I did this one, that's why I'm now living, you know, in comfort. At that time, you never say that God gave me, you know, sukh. But Guru Sahib Ji is saying, no, jinne bhi dukh ate sukh and sukh. So whatever sufferings or comfort you receive, ਉਹਦੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ. What does that mean? Is he sitting there and picking on you? No. What he has done is, he had made some rules. So every time you are going to do something, there's a consequence associated with it. If you do something good, then you are going to actually receive comfort, pleasure. If you have done something evil or bad, mischievous, then there is the fruit of that or consequence of that is dukh. So that dukh is going to be associated with that. So God made only rules. You are the one who made choice to do good or bad. So those are your own earnings. आपे बीज आपे खा वाली गल हो जाती है गया. So you are the one who earned that dukh or sukh, actually. Let me explain this one a little bit more. इकल्ला इदां ही नहीं हुंदा भी जे तुसी कोई चीज बैड कीती हैगी आ, there's a 1-to-1 ratio or the weighing is equal. No, it's different. It's just like sowing a seed. You sow one seed. In return, you will get a plant or a tree, and it may bear fruit, and that fruit itself may have hundreds of seeds in it. So the same seed actually gave you many seeds. इदां जे तुसीं कोई दुख दिता हैगा, तुहाडे रास्ते दे विच जिहड़े आउणे हैगे दुख, वो एक नहीं होना. You may get many in return depending upon the seriousness of that dukh. Same thing happens with the sukh. If you have done something actually good, ਉਹਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ fruit ਹੋਣਾ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ seed ਹੋਣੇ ਆ, ਉਹ ਵੀ they are going to multiply. And you can get actually a lot of sukhs like that one. Okay? But these are all your own doings. It's not God picked on you, that's why you are in there. Ikna. Okay? चलो आगे. पहले मैं ਇਹਦਾ इंग्लिश ਦਾ ਵੀ ਕਰੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਚ, go back to that one. हुक्मी उत्तम नीच हुक्म लिख दुख सुख पाइए. By God's hukum, some become noble or vile, and in accordance with His hukum, as written in your karma. I put down that in parentheses because those are due to your own karma, not God just wrote them. You are the one, when you did that karma, they got inscribed in your karma, at that particular time. Pain and happiness is received by him or her, whoever actually does that. Okay, next one.
Hukmi is missing there in Ikna Hukmi Bakshish.
Huh?
Hukmi is missing in this line, Ikna Hukmi Bakshish, for this line.
Oh, Hukmi Uttam Neej. Oh, yeah.
Ikna Hukmi Bakshish, right?
Yeah. Hukmi Uttam Neej. So what happens by hukum? Some become noble or vile, and in accordance with His hukum, as written in karma, pain and happiness is received. Dukh sukh pali hai. उदू अगे फिर आ जाता है इकना हुक्मी बख्शीश, एक हुक्मी सदा पवाई है. Okay. In this case, both of them are the same thing. These are present tense, but passive voice. इकना, इकना का मतलब होता है कई. In this case, So चाहे निकालो with some mortal, कई बंदे. Okay, it's a noun, pronoun, and it's a case. In other words, it's a objective. कर्म ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਪਵਾਈਆ, ਕਿਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਵਾਈਆ? ਇਕਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ. ਓਕੇ, ਪਵਾਈਏ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਰਡ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਇਕਨਾ. ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਬਖਸ਼ੀਸ਼ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ ਨਾ. ਆਮ ਸੌਰੀ, ਪਵਾਈਏ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਨਾਲ, ਬਖਸ਼ੀਸ਼ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਕਿਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਹੋਈ ਆ? ਇੱਕ ਨਾਲ. ਕਈਆਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਬਖਸ਼ੀਸ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ. ਸਮ receive blessing, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਉਹਦੀ ਰਜ਼ਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਪੌੜੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਰਹਿਣਗੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਸਚਿਆਰ ਬਣ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। ਸਚਿਆਰ ਕੌਣ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ? ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਲੋਕੀ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਬਜੈਕਟਿਵ ਆਫ ਦ ਲਾਈਫ ਦੇ ਹੈਵ ਅਚੀਵਡ। ਸੋ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਬਲੈਸਿੰਗ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ। ਦੇ ਬਿਕਮ ਵਨ ਵਿਦ ਗਾਡ, ਸਮ ਬਿਕਮ ਵਨ ਵਿਦ ਗਾਡ। ਇੱਕ ਹੁਕਮੀ ਸਦਾ ਪਵਾਈਏ, ਤਾਂ ਕਈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਇੱਕ ਕੱਕੇ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਆਰੀ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਮੋਰ ਦੈਨ ਵਨ, ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁਕਮੀ ਸਦਾ ਪਵਾਈਏ। So many, according to divine hukum, they are whirled around in transmigration, or we can say death and birth cycle. ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਨਾ ਕੱਪੜੇ ਧੋਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਵਾਸ਼ਿੰਗ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ, ਇਟਸ whirls around, same way ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, they'll be actually taking birth and die. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਸੇ transmigration ਚ ਰਹਿਣਾ unless they becomes gurmukh and satyar, so that they can get out of it. Okay. हुक्म है अंदर सब को, बाहर हुक्म ना कोई। हुक्म है ਵੈਜੂਗਾ ਦੋ ਦਲਾਵਾਂ ਹੁਕਮ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ। ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਵੀ ਹੁਕਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਪ੍ਰੈਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਕਲਾਮ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ। ਪਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅੰਦਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਸ ਐਕਸਪ੍ਰੈਸਿਵਲੀ written that way, you know, the preposition is there, it's already written, so the noun that goes with it, it got to have two dhalama. ਚਾਹੇ ਇਹ ਹੋਵੇ explicit ਹੋਵੇ ਚਾਹੇ implicit ਹੋਵੇ, ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਦੋ ਦਲਾਵਾਂ ਹੀ ਜਾਣੀਆਂ ਸੀ, ਇੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੀ ਲਾ। ਸਭ ਕੋ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕੋਈ, ਓਕੇ, ਸਭ, ਸਾਰੇ, ਸਾਰੇ ਆਮ ਸੌਰੀ ਹਰੇਕ, ਕੋਈ, ਸਭ, ਹਰੇਕ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ। ਇਸ ਸਿੰਗੂਲਰ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਦਈਏ ਐਵਰੀਬਾਡੀ, ਸਭ ਕੋਈ ਦੀ ਜੇ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਨਾ ਐਵਰੀਬਾਡੀ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ। ਉਹਦਾ ਕੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੋਇਆ? ਇਟਸ ਸਿੰਗੂਲਰ। ਆਈ ਐਮ ਨਾਟ ਗੋਇੰਗ ਟੂ ਸੇ everybody are going, I say everybody is going. Okay, so singular. So since this is a singular, so the adjective in this particular case, which is sab, unu aukar laga to make it singular. Je thale aukar and it makes it a masculine. Je kehde thale na aunda ta fir feminine word ban jana siga. ਜੇ ਭੱਬੇ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਆਰੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਫਿਰ ਇਹਨੇ ਪਲੂਰਲ ਬਣ ਜਾਣਾ ਸੀਗਾ, as I covered in my second lesson. So in this particular case, you know, we are talking about, you know, ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ ਅੰਦਰ ਸਭ ਕੋ. So everyone, everybody is under his hukum or is in his hukum. Okay? ਬਾਹਰ ਹੁਕਮ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ। ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਰਡ ਬਾਹਰ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ, ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਕੀ ਹੈਗਾ? ਮੀਨ ਆਊਟਸਾਈਡ ਆਫ ਹੁਕਮ ਔਰ exempt from ਹੁਕਮ। No one is exempt from his hukum. Everything and everybody. Let me explain this one a little bit more. When you talk about Khand, Brahmand, galaxies, planets, sun, moon, everything, they are in the hukum. ਉਹਦੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਹੈ। They have no other choice. they completely follow the hukum. And that's how they actually stay in one place, or whatever if they are circling around something, they are going through a specific path, actually, and they will keep on doing that one. If they are sustained in the mid-air or in the space, and that's where they are going to stay, because that's where God wants them to be, and they are in God's hukum. When you talk about other 8.4 million Juna species, they are also in God's hukum. Okay? They are also in God's hukum. In other words, whatever God made them, they are going to live their life. Whatever actually span He gave them, they are going to live for that one. They are going to die. Then they automatically progress to the next stage, and eventually they are going to actually go and come up to the human life. ਇੱਕ human life ਇਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ. God has kept in His hukum. He's also in His hukum. But God's hukum has given him some exemption in there, or a choice rather than exemption. The better word would be choice. Either you can follow my hukum, or you don't have to follow my hukum. But my hukum is that whatever you do, then you have to actually face its consequence or fruit. You will obtain that. Okay? So the person has a choice to be good, bad, do good things, or do bad things. But this is his choice. He wants to be whirled around in the transmigration cycle. That's his choice. He wants to become one with God, then he has to actually pick the path of the Guru, and then do whatever is in God's raza. I keep on coming back to these few words, like hukum and raza. That's why in the first body they talk about living in his hukum and his raza. ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਕਹੀਏ ਵੀ ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਡਿਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਤਾਂ ਹੋ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦਾ. So how do I know which hukum? Simple. He has actually provided us the hukum through Guru's word. Through Guru. Word is Guru. Where did that word come from? It came from God. And where did it come to us from? God gave the word to the Guru, and Guru gave the word to us. So Guru is the link between God and us. One end is connected of Guru to God. You can look at it, other end is connected to us. That's the only path we have. So the hukum is in the word. Where is that word? It is in Sri Guru Granth Sahib today. That's the hukum for the Sikhs. If we live according to what Guru says, then we'll be living in his hukum. Okay? And if we don't follow that hukum, this means we can reject it. We have a choice. Then we are not going to achieve the union with God. Will be still whirling around in transmigration. If you follow the Guru's word, what's going to happen is you are going to learn how to live in raza. You will actually understand his hukum. What is that hukum? Is to live in his raza. in his bhana, under his will. Whatever he does, you got to accept it. We don't know what's good for you or me, but God knows it, what is best for us. So whatever he does, accept it as it happens. Okay? So that's why they say, ਹੁਕਮੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਸਭ ਕੋ ਜੀਵ ਜੰਤ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਚਰਸ ਵਗੈਰਾ everything else is in his hukum. Same way human beings are in his hukum, but they do have two paths they can follow where they make their own choice, but they are still under his hukum. On a next line, Nanak, as I pointed out, look at each of the words. Nanak. Kakke de thale honkar nahi hai. That doesn't mean it has become plural. We got to make a judgment in here. Okay? Ukiya. Then is it a vocative? Yes, it is a vocative. It's a sambodhan. ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਸੰਬੋਧਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ is actually saying this one. Why? He's giving us his sermon or his updesh to us, actually telling us. What is he saying? ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ. ਹੁਣ ਦੋ ਦਲਾਵਾਂ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ. I said that if a noun has two dalama, one of the lam means there is a preposition. The first one was ਹੁਕਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ. ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਉਂ? Look at the word ਬੁਝੇ. ਬੁਝੇ is the word. You got to put the question with the verb. ਕੀ ਬੁਝੇ? ਹੁਕਮ ਨੂੰ. ਕੀ ਬੁਝੇ? ਹੁਕਮ ਨੂੰ. Okay? ਜੇ ਉਹਦਾ ਕੌਣ ਬੁਝੇ ਤਾਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਅਸੀਂ. So here we are talking about all the mortals, all the jeeves, all the person, ਜੇ ਉਹ ਹੁਕਮ ਨੂੰ ਬੁੱਝ ਜਾਣ, all the people. Okay? ਪਰ I'm using the word all, but this is a singular. ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ, ਕੋਈ ਬੰਦਾ ਏਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ. ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੇ ਬੁਝੇ. If someone understand his ਹੁਕਮ, ਉਹਦੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਨੂੰ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਸਮਝ ਆਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਫੇਰ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ? So what's the result? ਤਾਂ then, ਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਇੱਥੇ then. ਹਉਮੈ. ਹਉਮੈ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈਗਾ? ਈਗੋਟਿਸਟਿਕ ਵਰਡ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਹਿਣੇ, ਮੈਂ ਆ ਕੀਤਾ, ਮੈਂ ਉਹ ਕੀਤਾ, ਆ ਮੇਰਾ, ਆ ਤੇਰਾ, ਆ ਮੇਰਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ. ਓਕੇ? ਸੋ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਜੋ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਆ ਗਈ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਹੋਂ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਮੇਰਾ, ਮੈਂ ਮੇਰਾ. ਜਦ ਮੈਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਆ ਜਾਵੇ ਕਹੇ, if somebody says that one, okay, kahe na koi. If someone understands his hukum, Nanak ji is sharp more la ke step la ke is cheez nu stress kar rahe hai, then home kahe na koi. Then he will never say this is mine or this is what I did. So home will be totally eradicated. The Guru Sahib has actually said that many times before. The home will be completely eradicated this way if you actually understand Gurbani or Guru's word, which is his hukum. And that's what we are trying to learn in here, how to interpret the Gurbani. If we want to become one with him, then we got to get rid of our home. ਜਿੰਨਾ ਵੀ ਜਨਮ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਹਉਮੈ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ. ਹਉਮੈ is the seed for that one. ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਉ ਰਹਿ ਗਈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ you will still be wheeling around in transmigration. ਜੇ ਹਉਮੈ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਪਲੀਟਲੀ eradicate ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ, ਡਿਸਟਰੋਏ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ, ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਹਉਮੈ ਧੀਰਗ ਰੋਗ ਹੈ, दारू ਪੀ ਇਸ ਮਾਹੇ, ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ? ਇਹੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੈਗਾ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ that's the chronic disease, and that's the disease we have to actually completely take out in order to become ਸਚਿਆਰਾ। ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਨੂੰ ਅਰੋਗ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਜੇ ਕੈਂਸਰ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਅੰਦਰ, ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੈਂਸਰ ਨੂੰ ਕੱਢ ਦੇਈਦਾ, ਤਾਂ ਬਾਕੀ ਸਰੀਰ ਅਰੋਗ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ, becomes pure। ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗਾ, ਜਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੋਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕੱਢ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਤਾਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬਾਕੀ ਸਰੀਰ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਠੀਕ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਹ ਲਾਈਨਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਖਿਆਲ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ। ਹੁਣ ਲੈਟ ਮੀ ਜਸਟ ਸਮਰਾਈਜ਼ that from the first party we started with it, ਕਿਵ ਸਚਿਆਰਾ ਹੋਈਏ ਕਿ ਕੂੜੇ ਟੁੱਟੇ ਪਾਲ, ਹੁਕਮ ਰਜਾਈ ਚੱਲਣਾ। We got to live in his hukum, and we got to live under his will and accept his will. Okay? Nanak Nikhana, that comes in with us. That comes in with every jeev, every creature. But other ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਦੇ creature ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, they don't have any choice, ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਮਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਕੁਝ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। They are doing whatever God is actually making them to do. ਸਾਡੇ ਕੇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ for our existence, as an example, ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਹ ਲੈਣਾ, ਸਾਡਾ ਖੂਨ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਹਾਰਟ ਨੇ ਪੰਪ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ to keep us alive, ਉਹ God ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੱਥ ਰੱਖੀਆਂ। We never say that ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਹ ਹੈਗਾ ਮੈਂ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਲੈ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ, ਉੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੰਨ ਜਾਈਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਵੀ ਸਾਹ ਜਦ ਹੁਣ ਹਟ ਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਹੱਥ ਵੱਸ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ, ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਮਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਪਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਵੀ ਜੇ ਹਾਰਟ ਫੇਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਪਲਸ ਨਾ ਚੱਲੀ, ਤਾਂ ਬਲੱਡ ਨਾ ਸਰਕੂਲੇਟ ਕੀਤਾ, ਵੀ ਆਈ ਕੈਨਟ ਡੂ ਐਨੀਥਿੰਗ, ਨੀਦਰ ਕੈਨ ਐਨੀ ਡਾਕਟਰ, ਉਹ ਵੀ ਰੱਬ ਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਆ। ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ ਨਾ, ਉਹ ਗਾਡ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਰੱਖੀਆਂ। ਬਾਕੀ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੰਮ ਸੀਗੇ ਨਾ, ਗਾਡ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਚੁਆਇਸ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਤੂੰ ਆਪ ਕਰ ਲਾ। ਤਾਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਖੇਡਣੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, the play I have done created, then you are the one who had to actually bear the fruits of that one, whether it's going to be suffering or it's going to be the pleasure, ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਰਹਿਣੀ ਹੈਗੀ, ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਵਿਆਖਿਆ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਦੂਜੀ ਪੌੜੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਜਾਣੀ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈਗੀ। ਓਕੇ, ਨਾਓ is there any question anybody has? Okay, ਜੇ ਨਹੀਂ question ਹੈਗਾ, so we'll actually cut it off here, and then actually next time we'll cover the next part. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ,
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।